Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Gracious good morning to you, good people. It's your girl KB. You know what I do, and you know why I do it. It is Thursday. It is February 19th, and it's 2:28 in the a.m. I'm going to share my thoughts on something I heard the other day, and I've had some conversation about it, and I want to say, and I need to say, let me put it that way, that I don't understand a whole lot about the responses that I'm getting in questioning this particular story. First, I'm going to share the story of the elephant in the music room, and then I'm going to share about the responses that I'm getting in my questioning the statement. So, Gene Simmons, aging rocker, and the fact that I put the word aging in there is important because the age speaks of a different mindset. The man is 76 years old, and I want to say very controlling of the brand and the band Kiss. You know, I remember when Kiss first came on the scene and everybody was losing their minds. Fundamentalist Christians were saying that Kiss stood for Knights in Service of Satan. And there was a whole bunch of other stuff that was going on with it. And, you know, the kabuki makeup and the black eye symbols and the leather and just the over-the-top metal kind of look. If you remember the cartoon Beavis and Butthead, they were hyping the group GWAR, Gwar, who also wore the costuming of like mythical creatures. But yeah, Kiss was just over the top. So Mr. Simmons went on record to say, now, this is an exact quote, hip hop doesn't belong in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And he put a caveat on the statement, I don't come from the ghetto. Now that little caveat in and of itself is racist. Yeah, he relegated that hip hop is only for people of color. Bruh, you forgot about the MAGA idiot who ripped his sound off, Kid Rock. You forgot about the Beastie Boys, Third Base, Vanilla Ice, not that you would consider, you know, Mr. Robbie true hip hop, but the reggae rapper, the brother Snow. Forgot about, did they come from the ghetto? Eminem? No, he came from 8 Mile, which is, yeah, pretty rough. You know, just like rock and roll was your way out, rap opened doors that wouldn't otherwise open. So why are you hating on rappers? Rap is a progression of. See, I'm willing to bet you never heard of the Last Poets. See, these brothers were reciting poetry to African drum beats, Cuban drum beats, and telling it like it is. And went on to become, you know, world-renowned poets. Did they maintain ghetto? I'm sick of this crap. This racist crap. And it's like, what you're calling rock and roll, brother, is a ripoff of black culture. Yeah, there was a time where rock and roll was considered, what's the label? Race music. The folks that you idolize, Elvis, it's been proven, has ripped off Big Mama Thornton and all the sounds. Elvis and Colonel Parker were essentially the Lomax family of music ripoff and copyright infringement. And they took advantage of a time and a place where black music, African music, wasn't allowed time and space. Or let's talk about some old grainy black and white video I saw the other day where American Bandstand, yeah, that classic American television show, Frankie Lyman was on. And the audience was so incredibly racist that they were scouring and attempting to clap, because I guess they were told to clap by, the little light signal that they used to have to prompt sound. They didn't have a soundtrack back then. Yeah, you could just try to find that video. Or, the statement kind of adds to the line from Do the Right Thing, where essentially Spike Lee character Mookie is asking John Turturro about famous black people, and just pretty much telling them, you love them because they perform for you, but any other time you wouldn't have anything to do with them. That part. So, Mr. Simmons, before you get your say on who deserves to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, just know that the term rock and roll is akin to the term jazz, okay, which most musicians, black musicians, hated, because it refers to, I want to say, primitive, animalistic sex. And that's pretty much how you relegated black folks to be animals, especially with the statement, I don't come from the ghetto. Shame on you. And the thing that got me was the statement was so racist that you probably didn't even believe it to be racist, because you're so comfortable with saying crap like this. And that's privilege. Now, the responses I got were from, I want to say, complicit black folks who are of that mindset that rap does not belong. And it's like that speaks to assimilation and, just the acculturation of, I don't understand my roots, and I'm not just demanding a space at the table. I'm just going to be compliant and complicit. That part.